Hello everyone, my name is Rajesh Kumar and I'm your DevOps, SRE, DevSecOps coach.
Okay, so today I'm going to talk about some of the things which is how to use variables in playbook, because if you are writing a code, then you have to use the variables also, right? I'm also going to talk about how can we use template in playbook. Okay. Also, I'm going to talk about conditioning. How can you set a conditioning statement in playbook, and then looping, and after that followed by rules. Okay, so these are the things which I am going to cover now. So variables means what? See, any programming language, if you refer, they have a variables, different types of variable. So similar way in playbook also, because the playbook we are writing a code, right? So we can't hard code everything. Simple logic is simple. So we need to have a variables in playbook also, because we don't want to hard code everything. So I'll say Ansible playbook, or Ansible variable, and DevOps.School. Okay, so and here if you see, this is the one which you have to click on it, and some of the documentations we have, that's not so important, but I want to show you only one program which has every kind of variables, and that is more than needed, this program. Okay, so here if you open up this program, okay, look at this here. This is the task which I have written last day. Okay, so where is a variable? So if you look at this program, here we can declare the variables in a section called vars. Can you see my screen, right? The font is good.
Yeah.
So the section name is called vars itself. So that is one of the way you can pass the variable. The variable and value can be anything. Here you see my name, age, package name, and service name. Here we have declared at the high. So this is how one of the way you can declare the variable. Now you'll ask, okay, I have declared the variable, let's say my name, but how do we use in the playbook tasks? So if you see that here, this is a variable. That means this is not a different Python like that dollar sign or something. Double curly braces and variable name. Double curly braces and variable name. Simple. So if you ask me how do we declare the variable in playbook, how do we use it in playbook, you have the answer. But you know what? This is a one of the laziest work. Why? Because you know what? That if you have a 30, 40, 50 variables, keeping these variables in the var, this YAML file, playbook file is not good idea. So what you can do? This line, the one which I have selected, line number 5 to 8, you can put it in the var files also and set it up like this. Very simple. Same content, but it should be in the file. So that is also, you can place it. Okay. Now next thing is like, then you'll say, when I run the playbook, the variable should be set dynamically during the runtime. How do we do that? So for that, if you want, this option is there. So if you see that here, vars underscore prompt, it will prompt you with a message, which version do you want to install it? And after that variable name is version, and then it will prompt you, and then whatever you give it, it will be set to the version, and then you can use it. Okay, so these are the three methods which I have shown you to declare a variable in playbook. Are you comfortable, all of you?
Mhm.
Okay, there are two more methods which we have, and we should check this line. The one which I'm selecting is this one. So sometimes variables can be introduced at the task level also. Let me tell you here, whatever the variables I have introduced, you can use in the all the task. But here I am including the variables, the var files at a task level. That means from there onwards, those variables can be used. That is one way. Now there is one more here which we have is look at this one. What is this? So basically sometime the requirement you may come, and in that you will be asked to set a variables values based on the output of the task run. So here if you see that what is the module name? Shell, which is one of the task which will run this command inside this directory, and whatever the output of this module will be stored in this find underscore output. And now if you see followed by your debug is like a kind of echo module, echo print module, which will help you to display the variables values on the console. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yeah.
So these are the 5 ways in which you can declare the variable. Now I'm going to run this code. Before that, do we have any files here? Let me check this. So here, root Ansible, where I am by the way, root Rajesh. Touch. I'm picking out file raju.txt, ramu.txt. So here, Rajesh. Okay, so copy this code. Now vi var.yaml file and paste it and run it. Ansible playbook var.yaml file where you want to run it. So I'm running the local host only, no inventory file. You can add inventory also, same way as we did. It's Ansible playbook. I think I'm missing something. What exactly I'm missing? I'm not able to recall that. Could not found. Am I missing something?
The IP address.
No, I'm running the local host now. So the playbook, and suddenly I forgot few syntax. Error, the playbook local host could not be found. Okay, my bad. Should not be there, no? Because you have here local host. Right? So I was thinking I'm missing something. Sometime I also nowadays forgetting. So localhost and the command line not needed because you have a playbook. So done. So now you run Ansible playbook and directly var. That's all. Now you see this is the prompt which you are being asked, which version you want to install, and done. Now here there's an error. These errors are genuine. Why? Because if you see that here, this file is not available. So this variable file should be there. So I'm removing it right now for discussion purpose. And there's one more file which I wanted to show you here, which is also not there. So I'll remove this one also. And then more or less code is good. Now it should not fail. So and done. And here prompt, and now it's done. Same code which we run yesterday, we run today also. The copies got failed, and the reason is here. I think index.html is not there. Yeah. So now, did you understand that? Here you see. Let me create a touch index.html and rerun this Ansible, which is safe to run. And done. Now the question was, what is the variable and how do we do that? Next one is also failing. This is also a genuine problem because in this server there's another Apache is running. I'm stopping it for a few minutes. Now this issue should not fail. So did you understand that? How do we use the variables in the playbook, all of you? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. So now next thing is, how do we set the template conditioning looping? So let's talk about the template. Okay, so here go for Ansible template DevOps.School. Okay. Now this one, just a simple code you need to understand. See here, what happens? You know you are comfortable with this code, right? So here in this case, what will happen? They'll take the file index.html and put it in the destination. Simple. But the drawbacks of this copy module is, if you have a certain variable, please remember I'm talking about the variable. If you have a certain variable inside the index.html, it will not be interpolated. Because if you have variables here declare, it will be interpolated, which just now I shown you. But if you have a variable inside that, it will not be interpolated. So how do we fix that? You want certain files and the variable is specified inside of files, and then we have a so on. Okay, so that is a something. So now fix is this, solution is this one. So please remember that if you have variables specified in the files used in the playbook, then you should not use copy because it will not interpolate. Then what you are going to supposed to use it? So you are going to use the module name template. That is what here we have used it. So here what we'll have to do, the condition for the template module is, whatever the source file you have where the variable is there, it should be .g2 jinga2 format. That's a extension should be with jinga2. Rest of the thing, the content can be anything, and then it has to be template module. So now if you see that here, see here, please read this. If you declare variables, see here, you can declare variable in playbook which can be used and interpolate only in a playbook tasks, but not in the files used in the playbook. For that, solution is template. Did you understand, all of you? Why do we need a template?
So basically, if we are installing something, say web Tomcat or something like that, right? In web.conf file, right? We want to update some value in it. For that, on those scenarios, inside that page, if we want to, in the configuration file, if you want to update some values, this is where we will use the template. Correct?
Perfect. Yes, perfect. Got it? Yeah. You want to change the port number, configuration file, or anything as such we want to parameterize through Ansible and modifying the files, you can use the template module. Simple. The only condition for the template module is the source file where you have a Wintel variable must be extension with a .j2 file. That's all. Got it?
Raj, does it have like this playbook, right? Does it come with some kind of, web interface wherein instead of going to Ansible and running this script, does it come with a web interface wherein, the users can call this Ansible playbook?
Runtime you can call through UI, and for that we have this tool, no? Tower and AWS, which is a paid tool actually.
Okay, okay. Yeah, because in my company they have some kind of web tool, like, we will, if you want to install something, they have a web tool, we will log in there and we will, we'll select the playbook and we'll give all these details and
So
it,
that's a tower only, I guess.
okay.
That's a tower only. They have a web UI for it. Okay, so that is one thing. Now conditioning and looping is easy. Here, let me show you simple code. Ansible playbook conditional DevOps school. Okay. So how do we set the condition? So this one you have to try this tutorial. Okay. So look at this here. Here, this is the one task. What exactly we are doing? Installing the HTTPD in the CentOS. But here, what we are saying, hey, this task, this module should not run in the other than CentOS. So how do you do that? So here you have condition when, best way to add the when. So here you are saying, hey, run the yum http install whatever it is, latest version, only and only when then your OS family, which is a variable, built-in variable, and Ansible system is Linux, Red Hat and Linux. So that way, this module will be skipped. Let me show you. Copy this code and fund.yaml. Save it and done. So Ansible hyphen playbook fund.yaml. See here skipping no host matched. So sorry, this is a different error. This is a no host match means there is no host. But here I should run in the local host because inventory file I have not created. It's there in some different directory. This is good. See here, skipping localhost. So this is the way you can put the conditioning. Now you will ask where this variable is coming. So these are the built-in variable for the system. If you want to know that, easiest way to know that is Ansible. There's no module been given. that is called setup module. So let me run this. Ad hoc command setup module. See here. So these are all Ansible underscore. You see all these variables, which its variable is from the system. That means whatever the system information you have, you can get it. Okay. Now something similar, you should check the looping also. So looping, let me show you one example here. Look at this. Very small playbook, and here you see you have declared the variables, and here you are looping it. Look at this here. You're not using here, it's a separate one. Look at this here. Just read the selected text. So here what you are trying to say, you have only one module, tasks, which is yum, and but you want to install three packages, git, http d and ntp, so that you are installing it through loop. So how do we set the loop in the Ansible program? That is using with items. So that is a way to loop. There are a few more different way also there, but this is the most efficient and popular one actually. Understood all of you?
With items, no, will it look once, or know how this the items will
So
work?
so with item is having three element, no? So this statement will run three times. First time with git, second time with httpd, and
Right.
third time
Okay.
with ntp.
Oh, yeah, got it. Thank you.
So this is the simplest way to look, but there are few more actually. But you don't have to spend time for time being. This will become complicated. Okay, so this is the something which we have. Now, most important thing is in this Ansible is roles. So now the question is, what is roles? So you know what? Roles is I'll put it in a very simple way. Okay, a role is a directory skeleton. Yes, simple, directly. I think you have gone through the Maven session, right? You know that what is skeleton. So same way, role is a skeleton, directory skeleton. In a Maven, if you remember, there was a one place for keeping the product source file, and there's one place for keeping this one. What do you say? The test code file, right? So same way, role is a directory skeleton. So don't get confused this role with that role, the access related role. Okay. So I know this is a little confusing because when I started Ansible, I think more than 12 years before or something, even I used to get confused with this role with the app permission role, but that is not the one. So role is a directory skeletons, but why we have a skeleton? To manage following thing. What thing? Tasks. What is a task? Any idea what is a task?
Task is a set of instructions that we will give to Ansible to
See, this
perform
is a
something.
task. See here, this is a task one. See here, section task 2, task 3, task 4, like that. This is a task. So manager tasks, manage vars is variables, manage a template file, and manage the files. There's one more which you can say handlers, but right now it's not important for us. Few more actually there. Library is also there. In fact, few more, but not everything you know to know because hardly we use it. So what is a role? Role is a directory skeleton to manage this all code in efficient way. So let me show you one demo, then you will be understanding. So I want to create a skeleton. So what do we do? So here I am going to use one command for that. Role skeleton, okay? Ansible, and command is galaxy init, and the role name I'm calling out web. See, web is created. Now if you see the tree, look at this. This is the web directory. Here you can keep, understand that very simple one. Here you can keep the task, Here you can keep the variables. Here also you can keep the variables. Here all the files which you have used it automatically, no need to set a path and all. And here you see the template file, Jinga2 file will go, and so on. And this is the informational file about the rules. Okay, so this is the file directory structure what you have. Now, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to fill this. So let me show you the code which I'm having right now and here. So these are the variables. Please look at carefully. No section is not required. Okay. So VIW. Let me go inside that rather and ls. So VI vars main.yaml, and here I put that all the variables. Done. Okay. Done. Now what else I'm using? So here I'm using the copy.x index.html, right? So here I'll copy cp dot index.html to kahan, to where? So files, you'll go to files. Done. Now I'm not using any template as such, but you can copy, let's say some you can create some template example. Okay, I have a template already. No, check. No, I don't have any template. Touch index.html dot jinga2. So j2. So here I'm moving this file to template folder. Okay, now task I need to move it. So these are the tasks here, and vi tasks main.yaml and fill that. So this way what will happen, the it will be effective management actually. Okay, everything will be effectively managed. You know that where exactly what is that, where is a task, where is a variables, all this thing, where exactly you have it, you'll get to know. Are you understanding, all of you? So now you see that here I have filled all this thing and my role is ready. Let me show you one more time. Look at this. So again, default directory is for the variables, files directory is for the files, meta is for the informational for the role, task all the main.yaml I put it up, templates also done here, and variables. Variables also have a variables. So this is the skeleton which is called role. Are you comfortable, all of you?
Mm.
Hello?
Yeah.
Now the question is, how do we run this? Simple, you need a playbook. So let me copy this file. I'm creating a role now. Here, localhost. And here instead of task, you will have a roles. Don't use tab. 1, 2, web. That's all. This is your the file for calling roles. So here vi role or site, typically we name it site.yaml, and enter and save it. And now I'm running this Ansible playbook site.yaml. There's some problem, and the problem is site.yaml itself. Syntax issue, I guess. Host localhost 1, 2. Web directory is there, right? Let me check this. I'm creating wrong directory. So now I'll go back. Site.yaml should be here. Now there is a different directory. In the directory, task main.yaml is a problem. Let me fix this. Task main.yaml, and what is the problem? Okay, this is a spacing problem actually. Yeah, that's you have to fix it based on the experience. Done. And let me run the playbook one more time. Done. So playbook is for organizing the code effective way. Just like in Maven, you might have read how to organize the build structure. Same way. Got it, all of you? Hello?
Yes, Raj.
Okay, so now last thing, what if I tell you after learning Ansible, you don't have to write a code for it? Then you will say, how come? Then basically everything has been already written. All the code has been written, yes. Then you will ask, you will think why I'm teaching you. I'm teaching you because you can troubleshoot the things for you. So all the rules has been written by the community already. So remember I told you 5000 modules are there, but in fact community have written 5000 rules also. For each and everything there is a rule. So how do we get it the rules? So you can download this rule from the website which is called uh, Ansible Galaxy. Okay, yeah, this is the portal which is designed for only the rules. That means free code you can find it. Here is a rule and all stuff like that. See how many rules? See, I told you wrong. Not 5000, 33,000 rules. In fact, you can write a rules and upload it here in the portal. So here you get a free code which can do literally anything. So let's say if you want to install, let's say Java. I search for Java. That means I want the rule for which will install the Java in all of my Linux platform. So here created by download counts, I'll go for it for Java. Now if you look at this Girling guy rule, the one here, which has a maximum download, so I click on it. You want to review the code which I just now taught you, here it is. I'm not able to open. Here it is. See, this is the same directory default, meta, task, template, variable, same, it's a role actually. Now, how do we use this role? So you have to run this command to download it. So let me run this in this, enter. So I'm downloading the someone else role. Actually, it's already there in my system. Okay. So if you want to see that where exactly that is, a role list. See here. It's there in the /root.ansible/role. So I have to use it just like that. So can you go to the site.yaml and specify the role name? This is the web was the custom role, and the second one which I'm adding is a role which is a community one. So both I'm using it and done. So simple. You have not written even one line of code and everything is written, right? See, right now web role is running and after a few seconds Girling guy will run. You see Girling guy right now. Java is installed, being installed. So now you understood the power of Ansible, all of you. Hello.
Yes, Raj. Yeah.
So this is a Ansible. Now you have to practice the coding, and once you learn the code, you have a if you know the code, then after that life will be easier because most of the code has been written. at a galaxy is been shared also. And good to go. Okay, so any questions so far, all of you?
Have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@DevOps.school.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.